Have you ever been in a room full of people losing their minds over a game, and you're just not feeling it? Everyone's screaming, someone just threw their phone, your friend looks genuinely devastated, and you're sitting there thinking, when does this end? If that's you, you've probably wondered what's wrong with you, why everyone else cares so much about something that does nothing for you. They're planning their whole weekend around a game, getting upset over a loss, wearing team colors like it actually matters, and you don't get it. So today, we're going to explore what's happening inside people like you. People who aren't anti-sports, just people who feel nothing while everyone around them feels everything. Let's get into it. The stereotype. When someone doesn't care about sports, people assume they're judging everyone else. Like you think you're better than sports fans. Like you think it's all stupid. But that's almost never true. Most people who don't follow sports just don't feel anything about it. Their brain doesn't light up when they see a game on TV. The excitement doesn't land. Some people love sports. Their whole weekend is planned around games. Other people love books or music or making things. Neither one is better. They're just different ways to spend your attention. It feels like a foreign language. When you don't care about sports, being around sports fans can feel like you're in a room where everyone's speaking a language you never learned. Everyone's talking. Everyone's excited. They're bonding over something you can't see, and you're just outside of it. Imagine if everyone around you was obsessed with something you found boring, like collecting coins or following a reality show you've never seen. You wouldn't hate it. You'd just be confused about why everyone cares so much. That's what it's like being a non-sports person in a world that loves sports. The brain doesn't build the story. When sports fans watch a game, their brain is following a story. Who's winning? Who's losing? Who might come back? They're not just watching people throw a ball. They're watching drama unfold. Will the underdog win? Will their team break the losing streak? Brains love stories. We're built for them. But if you don't care about sports, that story doesn't form in your head. You see the ball, you see the players running, you understand the basic rules, but the emotional part, the stakes, the reason to care, it's just not there. Your brain just doesn't make that connection automatically. The tribe thing doesn't click. Sports are tribal. You pick a team and that team becomes part of who you are. You defend them. You feel genuinely happy or sad based on whether they win or lose. For sports fans, this feels natural. But for people who don't care about sports, that tribal feeling never kicks in. They don't feel the pull to join a team. They don't feel like they need to pick a side. It's not that they're above tribalism. They might feel it strongly in other areas, causes they believe in, creative communities, friend groups. But with sports, nothing. It feels random. Here's something people who don't like sports think but don't usually say. The whole thing feels random. Obviously, it's not actually random. There's skill, there's strategy. But from the outside, it can feel like you're being asked to deeply care about which group of strangers is better at throwing a ball on a specific day. Sports fans see patterns. They see history being made. They see meaning. Non-sports people see a game. And games don't really matter. For some people, the fact that sports don't have real consequences makes them fun. For other people, that's exactly why it's hard to care. The lonely feeling in a crowd. There's a specific kind of lonely that happens when everyone around you is excited about something, and you just aren't. Everyone's cheering, everyone's invested, and you're sitting there. You might smile, you might nod along, but inside, you feel separate. It's not that they're trying to leave you out. They probably want you to feel it too, but you can't fake caring, and pretending takes energy. So you're there, but you're also not there, and that's a weird kind of alone. The act you put on. A lot of people who don't care about sports learn how to fake it. They figure out what to say, when to nod. Wow, that was close. I can't believe they pulled that off. They do this because it's easier than always being the one person who doesn't get it. But it takes energy, real energy. You're watching the room, trying to seem interested enough to not be rude, but not so interested that someone wants to have a long conversation. It's tiring, and no one knows you're doing it. They just think you kind of care. The guilt you carry. There's this quiet guilt that sits with you. If you're a guy, it's even heavier. You feel like you should care about sports, like not caring means something's wrong with you. Or maybe you're in a family where sports are a huge deal. Your dad wants to watch games with you, your siblings all have their teams, and you just don't feel it. So you feel guilty, like you're disappointing people. But you can't force yourself to care about something. That guilt isn't really about sports. It's about the pressure to be someone you're not. Your life isn't empty. Here's what sports fans might not see. People who don't care about sports aren't less passionate. They're just passionate about different stuff. While you're watching the game, they're deep into a book or music or a problem they're solving. While you're riding the emotional roller coaster of your team's season, they're feeling that same intensity about their own projects, or what they're learning, or their relationships. Their life isn't empty, it's just pointed in a different direction. They get the same emotional highs and lows you get from sports, the same excitement, the same investment. It just comes from somewhere else. You eventually make peace with it. Over time, most people who don't care about sports come to accept it. They realize they're always going to be outside of this particular thing, and that's fine. They stop trying to fake interest. They stop feeling guilty. They just accept that this is one of those things that splits people into two groups: people who get it and people who don't. And they're in the second group, not because something's wrong with them, just because that's how they're built. And once they accept that, there's peace in it. Look, here's the thing. Somewhere along the way, we got this idea that everyone's supposed to care about the same stuff. But that's never been true. Some people's brains wake up when they see a game. Other people's brains wake up for completely different reasons. Neither one makes you more or less human. The person next to you screaming at the TV is having a real experience. And you, sitting there feeling nothing about it, are also having a real experience. Both are valid. Maybe the point isn't to understand why you don't care about sports. Maybe it's just to stop questioning whether that's okay. It is. See you next time.